welcome to all. This is the Amped Up podcast. I am KingJohnnyV. To my right, to your left, we have none other than Eryck McCowan. And to my left, your right, we have Amped Up. And together we are Amped Up. We have Jay and Jason, but they will be with us shortly. But for right now, you are getting the preview and the exclusive footage of the Amped Up podcast. And right now we're going to do a Would You Rather little scenario. And we're going to go through that as a Red Robin, as an introduction a little bit, so that you know who we are and we know who you are. And this is going to be a little, pick our brains, what we're thinking about, our priorities, our kind of goofy personalities, our characteristics, all of that. So we will start with that, and then we will have some other good podcast episodes that will be coming out soon. So stay tuned. So here we go.
All right. So, would you rather the aliens that make first contact be robotic or organic?
What is organic?
So, basically flesh and blood versus like a full machine.
I'd say robotic. Because there's usually disadvantages to technology. Like there's ways to combat technology.
Okay.
I feel like if it was flesh and blood, yeah, you may shoot it, but we don't know if bullets is going to stop it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'd say robotic, only because there's been a couple movies out that have portrayed aliens as flesh and blood, and they've almost looked as human-like, so it'd be kind of hard to decipher if one of us was an alien or not. So definitely robotic.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I would say, so out of all of the movies, and that's really our point of reference, some of the movies have had them where it's flesh and blood, and they're like, yeah, great, they did flesh and blood, and no, they're no good, right? But then they had other ones where it's like, oh yeah, flesh and blood, they kick your butt. Exactly. So it's one of those. If we could find a flaw, it's probably more likely that it'll be robotic. Like if they're robotic, we might have a better chance.
They can't swim. Hopefully.
Hopefully. They got waterproof stuff now. They got waterproof phones.
Oh, man. All right. So, would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Oh, yeah. I saw this yesterday.
Lose the ability to read, hands down. Because I don't read anyway.
Exactly.
I ain't losing nothing.
Same way. I'm not a huge fan of reading, but so I like reading audiobooks, like hearing it read to me, but if I have to sit there, we're going to be here all day.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I got you. I agree with y'all. All right. So would you rather a golden voice or a silver tongue? So by a golden voice, they mean like
singing.
As you're singing, talking, whatever, people are like, oh, wow. Or that voice, or that silver tongue where you can basically con people into anything or talk to people into anything.
Okay, I got you. I don't know, because that golden voice, that one dude who was homeless, he had such a strong voice and became like a news anchor or something. Someone in the news industry or something found him, and he blew up. But there was an episode on The Office where this random guy got the job, and he had a silver tongue, and talked to the CEO out of her job and became the CEO.
I remember that.
So I would, I'd probably go with the silver tongue. If I can talk you out of your job and letting me be the CEO, I'd probably do the silver voice.
Oh man,
silver tongue.
Silver tongue.
If it can take me, I feel like a silver tongue can take you higher places than your voice is singing or whatever.
Gotcha.
Like it has limitations. People may not like your voice after a while.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And that's the thing. Like I think because I like singing, for me that kind of golden voice, like he can do so much, and it does have an expiration date. But hopefully by the time it expires, I've done what I needed to do, right? So I can then do whatever I want to after the fact.
Yeah.
So I think for me, the golden tongue would probably be my, like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So would you rather be covered in fur or scales?
Scales. Fur is hot.
It is.
I can't be hot. I can't stand being hot. I'm gonna take the scales.
I'd probably do fur. Scales kind of freak me out. that Disney movie, The 13th Year, with the boy who became a merman.
Nah.
I can't do that.
That's old school
I
Disney.
can't do that. I'd be freaking
That
out.
was lit. He could swim
But
good.
still, he got them scales on his palm. I was like, nope.
He was on the swim team, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Oh man, that's really old school. I remember that one. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things. Like if I did scales, I would always want to be around something because after a while, scales they have to shed. Like you have to go and scrape up against something. People will.
Come on now.
But fur is just like fur falls off. Like okay, all right, like I'm good.
Imagine your fur just shedding all over the house. It's everywhere.
Oh yeah, I think my wife would be mad.
Yeah.
Like get out, go back and live in the yard
The
somewhere.
vacuum.
Anyway.
But yeah, no, I think overall I'll probably pick fur only because I like fur. It's one of those things. I like dogs, and so the expectation is fur. Lions and tigers, all of that fur. I'm like, okay, all right. So yeah, and it all I guess for me also depends on whether or not it's long fur or is that short fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right. So would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life?
Kind of the same.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Isn't it though?
Plus, 2020 is already taken away, so I wouldn't mind taking a year off my life.
Sitting in jail for a year, you can't do nothing.
No.
It's a waste of the year.
Basically. So another 2020.
Yeah.
You're sitting at the house doing absolutely nothing. Oh man, no, that would suck for sure. All right. So would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
20 minutes early.
I figured that one was a consensus.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I read it, I was like, why would anybody want to be late? Like,
I wonder
well,
who made that question.
now see, if we were asking some of us,
Right.
if they were here, that would.
What's the con against being early?
Yeah. No, so
Right.
one of the things I realized with being late, sometimes you never know what's happened like ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went on a trip to Canada, and coming out of Canada, we ended up having to be late because I had to go and do something. Like on the way, oh no, I got to go get food from here, or I got to go to the bathroom. All of a sudden, stopped, and within that 10 minutes of us stopping, there was a huge accident. And when I say like 30 plus cars, it was ridiculous. And we're driving past, and it was like, what happened? And hearing the news and things, like there was a 30-car pileup. If we had left on time and still had been on the road, we would have been in an accident. And so when I told my mom and dad, they're like, are you serious? I was like, aren't you glad you had to go to the bathroom? Like, obviously. But in that same key, it's like, if I'm late, maybe there was something that I've avoided because I was late, but not always. Like, I'm sorry, I couldn't always do it.
I'll tell you another one opposite of that.
Exactly.
We had just went to Ocean City like a month ago. We were going to leave on, it was a Saturday. We were supposed to come back. We were supposed to leave at 10. We ended up leaving till 11. We ended up driving, and when you go in Ocean City, it's this huge bridge you have to cross
Right.
to get back.
Chesapeake Bay. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the bridge had shut down completely.
Oh, nah.
Like completely. It's like shut down. Not one lane through. It was just completely shut down. It was some police activity. That's all they would tell us. Police activity up on the bridge. We sat in that traffic for over 8 hours.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
Like stand still. People was getting out the car. We was standing still traffic for 8 hours.
Was it someone smoking some weed?
We don't know. But that was like somebody must have jumped off the bridge. Ain't no way we're just sitting there.
8 hours?
That is crazy.
Oh,
That
I
is
feel like
crazy.
if we had left just that hour early,
Right, y'all
we
would
would have got through.
have. Man. No, I hear you. All right. So, would you rather have one real get out of jail free card or the key that opens any door?
I'll take a key.
The key.
Yeah.
I don't plan on going to jail.
Right.
No, I don't want to go to jail in any way, shape, form, fashion, and I don't think I would do any crimes that would land me in jail. Like, it's one of those. It's like, do I want to, like, if I want to commit a crime, then that's one thing. But
What's worth it?
yeah, what's
to
worth
even
going to
use
jail
that?
for
Yeah.
so that I'll have to use that?
Exactly. Plus, I think that key will get you out of more jail-free situations. Like if you're somewhere where you're not supposed to be, all you got to do is find a door.
We're getting out of here. All right, click, click. Yeah. Oh, that door was usually locked. Nope, not this time.
Exactly.
I got you. Nah, I'd agree. A key? You said a key too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, no, that makes sense. All right. So, would you rather know the history on every subject you touch or every object you touch, or be able to talk to animals? So if you touch this table, you knew where this table came from, who's touched it, who's used it, things like that. Your car, things like that. Or just be able to talk to animals.
The funny thing is, this kind of question popped up last night in our conference call, but it was the ability to speak every language or talk to animals, and everyone said the languages, because if you speak to animals, what can a squirrel tell you? Right. I probably wouldn't want to talk to an animal. I'd probably go with the other option.
Okay.
With the knowing the history of every object, because if you know your history, that can give you some extra money just in case. But I don't know. I don't know what like a fish would tell me. Like, what is that?
I like knowing random facts. I like telling people random facts. I
right.
feel smarter when I say that.
Gotcha.
Like I know something, like, oh, I touched it. Like, hey, this came from here.
Okay.
I bet you didn't know that.
Bet you didn't know what.
Yeah, it'd be good in trivia.
Yeah.
So I think for myself, I would like to talk to animals. And I realize we're making fun of, in the sense of the different sounds and things that animals would make. However, if you could talk to animals, that means you could command, hey, I need you to go do such and such and such. Oh, hey, we're going to poop on someone's car. Go for it. Yeah. It's like, I wouldn't want to talk to them about their live situations, but, hey, I need you to go do this,
the biddings for you.
Right. It's like, go get so-and-so's kid. What? Yeah, just go do it. Here's how you get out.
It was funny because last night someone was just like, if I'm approaching a bear and the bear goes, rah, and they're like, back up, like, I'm good. Like, I know what you mean.
It's like, I hear you. I understand what you're saying. Oh, she smells good. No. Don't bite her. Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. All right. Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or with a 6 with an amazing personality? So
10 with bad personality.
Yeah, 10 with a bad personality, 6 with an amazing personality.
I feel like that's subjective. Like, what's an amazing personality?
Right.
And what does somebody deem as a 10?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's interesting because 10 is different for each of us.
I was about to say something very controversial. Oh, man.
I mean, you can do that. We're here.
I know.
This is Amped Up Podcast.
But I was going to just say, like, I wasn't going to deem this person as a bad personality because I've never met them, but like a 10 being like a Kim Kardashian or someone that, you look at them and I guess like everyone else is just like, whoa, but has a bad personality, or someone that is not really looked upon. Like everyone doesn't look at that person and say, oh, they're gorgeous or whatever, but when you know them, they're just like,
great people.
I need to marry you now.
Gotcha.
I would probably go with the personality, because if I say a joke or if I tease you or something like that, you got to take it. Like, I don't want someone that can't have a joke or a laugh or can't make me laugh or something like that, and is basically hard to be comfortable around.
Someone that's more compatible with you.
Yeah. I got you. So if we all consider ourselves 10s, right? So we would want somebody more so that's a 10. Mm-hmm. Right? Is that what you, like, let me just make sure I'm understanding. You said, if I was a 10, then I would want somebody that is more like a 10, even if their personality was bad.
In a way. Because, like, I mean, I don't view myself as a 10, but I consider my personality as a top tier.
Gotcha.
Only because I can't be, not having confidence and all that. Mm-hmm. But I know who I am, and I know that my personality would be great with someone else. So if we can feed off of each other, I don't see why I would really need you to have a 10 on looks, per se.
Gotcha. Okay. What about you, Eryck?
I say personality.
Okay.
I was trying to find like a scenario in my head so I can break it down by something besides looks. So if I say, like John said, celebrity, and then someone like that lives in your neighborhood, like someone average. If the person that lives in my neighborhood is like, we have more fun together, I'm able to talk to them, hang out with them, I feel more comfortable with them, then I choose that person over a celebrity.
Gotcha.
Just because I feel better.
Okay. No, and that actually is, I think, true for most people. Like, oh yeah, we might fantasize. Oh, if so and so came in, yeah, but if the personality stink,
you don't know that.
like, that's one thing you don't know right off the bat, and except for those that act a certain way in public, right? And so personality, I think, with everything, it's a personality compatibility when it comes to relationships, and especially a marriage. Like, if you want a marriage to excel and do, then you're gonna have to find somebody that is more in lines with your personality, where both of you are feeding off of one another and vice versa, and kind of that balance. And sometimes I look at some of the situations in marriage in general, where you see some people who would deem this person an ugly duckling, and you see the person that they're with, and you're like, how does that work? How does that work? But then you see the fun that they're having together. You see the personality, how they're interacting. You're like, huh, now I see why that works, right? And so I think for all of us, it's a personality thing. If your personality stink, we're not going to get along. I think of myself as a pretty big personality, right? I think of myself can get along with anybody and everybody, but at the same time, if our personality is kind of like conflict in that, oh yeah, I'm still no, sorry, that's not gonna happen. We are not gonna be together type thing. And so I think that's a question really of personality types, even though it bases it off of looks. If you look at the personalities, it's like, okay, well, if we both have stink personalities, then we're probably more equally matched, right? Regardless of what our looks are.
Can't have no brat.
Yeah.
And a lot of I'm about to say it again. It might be controversial. I don't know, but I'm just saying. A lot of these men and females on social media that post all these glamour pictures and all that stuff. When you get to really know them, sometimes they be boring. They don't have any, interest or hobbies or anything like that. All they do is pretty much are for clout or for viewers or for these follows, and it's just like, why do I like you? Why did I have a crush on you in the first place? And someone over here has like 200 followers, but posts a whole bunch, but it's more of like a diverse, or they don't really post themselves. You go and talk to them, and you're just like, yo, who are you?
What are you doing? Like, I hear you.
Can I get your number?
Can I have your number? All right, so would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green, or never have to stand in line again?
That's a tough one.
So it's like, do all lines lead me to out of here? Or like, do I just... Lines? Yeah.
I'd say the lights.
Okay.
Because I hate being stuck in traffic. But then again, you can only drive as quick as the speed limit allows you. So, how much is that really helping you? I don't really stand in lines that often. Like,
gotcha. Okay.
I need to get out of a line.
That's tough. Because I do like driving through some green lights. But when you go to the grocery store and you see these people be having all these groceries, I'll just be hoping some of them be like, you only got 2 things, go ahead. But some of them don't. I'm going to say the green lights.
Green lights? Okay. I'm going to say the lines. And so I kind of interpreted things as lines, even including like traffic. Like, oh, if I know I'm going to be stuck in traffic, for me, that's a line. Well, you see this, and this. Oh, that's going to open up for me. I'm ahead of the line. I'm ready to go. So I wouldn't deal with traffic per se. I consider it a green light, but I'm in front of the red light. So, so for me, I kind of approached it that way. Also, if I'm at a theme park, I'm not gonna wait in
I forgot
nobody's
about that.
lines at all. I'm like, right to the front. Oh, thank you. Oh, don't worry, it's
That's
okay.
right. I might change my answer because I don't got no fast lane and I'm not paying for a fast lane.
I don't go to the amusement parks enough for that.
Right? No, I hear you.
I'm gonna choose the lines.
All right. So, would you rather spend the rest of your life with a sailboat as your home or an RV as your home?
Sailboat.
Sailboat.
Yeah.
RVs are lit.
RVs are lit, but if you got some people that be stanky, I'm gonna need you to hop in that water. Plus, I would like to fish. I would like to get some seafood, and that way, I can do some traveling internationally, and just hit the borders, buy a place, at a marina somewhere and just stock there. But I don't know.
What about them storms?
That's true. I might just have to stay at Hawaii.
I'm gonna just sit in Hawaii somewhere. I hear you.
I say RV.
RV. Okay.
Just because it's safer, and RVs always look cool. I don't like going out. Not that I don't like going out on a boat. I just feel like an RV is more fun.
Gotcha. Okay.
You driving and I'm playing Xbox as you're driving.
That's true.
All right. See, it's a toss-up for me because I like being on land and the adventure possibilities of an RV. Everything is with you all the time. So wherever you go, hey, I'm gonna just go home. Y'all can pay an arm and a leg to stay in a hotel. I'm gonna go home and take it with me. But a sailboat requires me to always be on the water, right? Like if I'm not on the water, what are we gonna do with it? It's like, you still gotta bring it online, and then you gotta figure out what you're gonna do with your truck. Because if you're gonna do a car, something has to tow it.
Yeah.
So either I'm gonna just be stuck on the water all the time, or So I like the water though. So that is really a toss up. I would have to probably go with RV for the stationary pieces of I could travel and see all 50 states like I want to, and see some of the other countries in my RV.
Kevin Costner had to do it on water.
Oh, on water?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The movie. What was it? Waterworld?
Waterworld, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He had to stay out there? Like he had to live out there for a while?
Yeah, in the movie, his character was, or basically the whole world had been taken over by water. So there was a land that they didn't know about that they were trying to find, and they had to go find the land, but everyone was on water.
All the houses, all the cities are all water.
Now, if Tesla made an RV, I might change my mind.
They made a truck.
Tesla, get on it.
If they made an RV, I would change my mind.
All right. So would you rather give up all drinks except for water or give up eating anything that was cooked in an oven?
Say it one more time.
So would you rather give up all drinks except for water, so only water, or anything that was cooked in an oven? So nothing could be baked, stuff like that. So if they put a steak in the oven, no baked chicken that came out of the oven. So nothing that goes in the oven.
I'd rather drink the water. Because that salmon, that'd be cooked in the oven. I'm going to need that.
Gotcha. Okay.
If I can go either way, I can go to either side. I don't want to just drink water, but I drink water. I can just drink water all day.
Gotcha.
It didn't say that we couldn't flavor water. So you might be...
No, you can't eat all only water. It says only water. It says only water. In essence, like that's what it says. For me, it would be the oven.
You would give up the oven?
I would give up the oven. I'll drink drinks what I want to drink. Like that's
bold.
Hey, for me, I cook on a stove most of the time, right? Or a grill. You give me a stove or a grill, and I can make things happen as if I was working, and a crock pot. Those three things, and I can make just about whatever I need. And I don't eat baked goods that often, so I don't need that. And the few things that I do, like roasting potatoes and things, give me a grill, throw some foil on that bad boy, same flavor, and for me, it would taste better.
What about macaroni and cheese?
Right.
Macaroni and cheese. Well,
that's in the oven.
see, with macaroni. Oh man. I would get a roaster. A roaster, get one of them roast pans and just sit it out there so it's smoked.
Smoked macaroni and cheese.
Smoked macaroni and cheese. It's been done. The cast iron pan, it's been done.
So you said you were 50-50? Or
Yeah.
you could go either way?
But I feel like I can eat stuff like some ribs I cook out on the grill,
Mm-hmm.
some fried chicken I use the fryer.
Right.
I don't necessarily need an oven, but I don't want to be drinking water all the time. Give me something, like Gatorade or something.
Oh man, that's too funny. All right, let's see. We got, would you rather have an easy job working for someone else or work for yourself but work incredibly hard?
Oh, easy. For myself. Because, I mean, we kind of do that now with, the podcast or our channels. That takes some effort and some work and some time. And, boy, do I have to tell you, it is frustrating trying to put your technical advancements and all your screws, your bolts, all that, trying to put it all together so it just comes out perfectly clean. It's impossible. And it's hard and it's frustrating. Thank God we've had some progress and some, success, but it's not where we want it to go.
Right.
But at least it's somewhere where it's producing content and doing what we want to do. So I do the success or the working for myself, but working hard than for someone else, and it'd be easy, hands down.
I hear you.
I'd say working for someone else, depending on the pay.
Okay.
If I'm doing easy work and I'm getting hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars just for being there, then that's fine. Because
Okay.
I'd rather have the money and do other stuff that I want to do in my time.
Gotcha.
If the pay is going to be the same, then I guess work for myself.
Okay.
I feel like I feel more proud of building something up
Yeah.
and it's mine.
Gotcha. Yeah, and see that's the challenge because usually the easy jobs don't pay so much. Like if you think about it, like logically, how just working for other people. If you work in an easy job, you're probably not making that much money, right? Because they're probably not going to send you to the board meetings. They're probably not going to send you to the meetings with the clients, things like that, because of the nature of your work. But if you're making a substantial amount of money and it's easy, what are you doing? Like, what are you actually doing? Like, I question what you're working for. Like, okay, yeah, I'm sitting here, but I'm making, $250,000 to do what? Oh yeah, just drop off a package every now and
Take
again.
this here.
What?
Right.
Make a couple calls.
Right. Make a couple calls, pick up a couple packages, drop them off somewhere else. Whoa. But yeah, I'm making $250,000. No. And I think for me, because I've tasted the working for somebody else, and it was easy, but it wasn't that fun. Like, it wasn't for me per se fulfilling. Like, I still had to go back and do the grind stuff, the hard stuff that I wanted to do because I want to produce other things. So I would probably have to say working for myself, because that's what I do now. Like, hey, for the most part, that's what I do. I work for myself all night to make sure that I have content, putting things together, putting pieces together. And when I see the fruits of those labors, when they come, it's like, oh, wow, I can appreciate that a little bit more. And I also have something to kind of show my kids, right? Working something easy, I'm like, yeah. Daddy goes to the job. What are you doing at work, Daddy?
Work?
Like, and sometimes you can't even explain. It's like, no, it's just work. It's just work. Don't worry about it. It's just work.
Because think about it. In the NFL, as a water boy, you just giving out water. I wonder how much you're getting paid.
I think they got good money.
I think.
I looked it up one time.
But, like, all you do is hand out water, get a little screen time. That's it. You're not calling plays. You're not calling the big bucks. You're not calling the shots. You're not playing. Just, you need some water? You need some? That's it. I don't think I could be proud of just, I gave Lamar Jackson some water.
It says the average salary for an NFL water boy is $53,000 a year.
That's higher than I expected. That's higher than I expected. So
That's
what are they
good money,
doing?
but
What are they
it's
doing outside of that though? 'Cause
Nothing.
they traveling. I mean, they're traveling with the
Free
team.
travel benefits.
So
Like, the benefits would be crazy if you're doing an easy job. But it's just
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I could be ecstatic. Oh, yeah, I just gave some water to Lamar last week. What you do? I don't know.
It depends on what you want to get out of your life.
Yeah.
True.
If you're fine with just racking up money, doing nothing.
It'd be fun.
Yeah,
Don't
it'd be
get me
fun.
wrong, but I don't know if I could do water.
No, I hear you. Yeah, that's a hard one because I know for myself, and I think it's because I've had that opportunity to kind of do something real easy and make decent money with it, and it's just like, okay, yeah, we're gonna pay you $65,000 just to sit here and answer phone calls. Okay, where's the fulfillment in that? Like, what are we doing next?
Yeah.
Oh, well, most of the project is already done. We just need you to answer phones and make sure that it works right. So, you got 5 other people. I know, but we needed to fill another seat. No, I'm okay. I'm all right. I did this long enough. I'm good. I'm gonna do something else. Oh yeah, nah.
Well,
We can either stop here or we got time for one more.
yeah.
We got time for more. All right, so let's real quick. All right, would you rather be the first person to explore a new planet or the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease?
Oh.
So, new planet or cure deadly disease?
Hands down. New disease. 1, I'm tired of people dying. 2, that's gonna bring some prizes, some some thoughts, some new buildings, some new industries that I can build, and hopefully a Nobel Peace Prize or something like that, so I can have a little come into my office, something like that.
Okay.
But for real, I would want to have that disease cured so that it helps people across the world, because we have too many deaths across the world as it is. So
Gotcha. What about you?
I say a planet,
Okay.
even though it may not bring you as much stuff.
Mhm.
it's that world
Because really all you need is
domination.
a telescope and like, oh, I found this planet. It hasn't been found.
Well, it says to explore, so you would actually go to a
explore,
planet.
so go
Yeah.
there.
So like you'd be the first person on Mars.
I feel like that's more cool
Mm-hmm.
than finding this cure for whatever disease.
This is that world domination.
We'll have to get that piece on another podcast.
Mars would be better. Going wherever. Finding my planet and name it after myself, maybe. I don't know. Go live up there. That's better.
I hear you. No, I think both would be cool. While I understand curing like cancer or something like that, like that would be ridiculous. Hey, we found the cure for cancer. Like that would be amazing. But I've always wanted to explore space.
Yeah.
I thought about trying to get into that program to be the first on Mars, and then I got married, and I was like, okay, that's probably not going to happen. Like, let's be completely honest, we're not going to not be able to ever come back and see our family. No, we're just not going to do that. And so, but I've always had that, like, growing up with Star Wars and Star Trek and all those. I'm like, man, what if there are actually populations out there that we missing because we stuck on this planet, right? So I've always had that fascination. So I think for me, I would have to choose going to explore a planet, being the first one to explore it, even if that meant, okay, I may not see y'all ever again, but hey, guess what? We got a spot. That's just me.
Well, there you have it, everyone. This was the first exclusive preview footage of our first Amped Up podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. This was me, KingJohnnyV, Eryck McCowan, and Amped Up. It was none other than us bringing this to you. So stay tuned for more episodes to come. They're going to be on every Wednesday, I think we said. So stay tuned for every Wednesday where we're going to be popping out new content and new videos. So stay tuned for that. Also, you can check us out on Amped Up on YouTube and Facebook. Go check us out on there. You can find all our channels on there. It's going to be Amped Up, Eryck McCowan, KingJohnnyV, and our other 2 crew members, LaMorning and Pop Rocks. So make sure you subscribe to us, like us, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos. So that is all going to be for today. Peace out and stay amped up.